A lot of people foolishly search for the best lens in any given price bracket. What's the sharpest? What has the best colors? Which is the fastest autofocusing? Laowa has gone outside the box and made the cutest lens ever made. Now I'm gonna review it. 10mm Tony 2.
All I want is the perfect camera. All I want is the perfect camera.
I'm not gonna lie to you, this thing's tugging at my heartstrings. I've never seen a lens this small and light and cute. It is so cute. I love Laowa lenses. We're on the G9 right now, Panasonic of course. Laowa 7.5mm Tony 2 at Tony 2. So much blurred background back there you can't even tell that I'm not in jail, which I should be for making excellent reviews. Now full disclosure, Laowa did send me this lens to review. I don't get to keep it. I will try to keep it. I will be sending back an empty box and then we'll figure it out from there. Next step is yours. They didn't pay me off with any strange gifts, fun little pins or anything, so I would never accept anything to alter the review. There was no deck of cards in the box. I would certainly pick a card. That's the card you picked. There you are. You're Frog King now. So basically I want to compare this one outside to the 7.5mm C, because the only problem with this lens, we all know it, the super wide angle lenses on Panasonic IBIS, they start waving, the corners do this really weird stuff. If you walk slowly, you can mitigate that, so that's cool. Does the 10mm completely get rid of that? That would be nice. It's even lighter than that. I can't believe it. So we'll compare that to each other, as well as the Olympus 12mm Tony 2. Huh? We're in the ballpark here. They're all tiny, but well, I weighed them. The heaviest one is the Laowa 7.5mm at 181 grams. Next is Olympus 12mm Tony 2, 157 grams. This little guy, 134. It feels like it's not even in my hand. So let's switch to it now just to see, and then we'll go outside. We're on it. We tightened in a notch. So we shouldn't have any extra tone, even though I thought that's how this all worked. You have a longer focal length, and then automatically you get more tone. You don't. You have to reframe, and bad things happen to good people. So did we notice any color shifts or anything? Side by side was 7.5mm. Same exact position, I didn't move the camera. Does he ever eat more hot dogs than he lets on? Does he smell like sauerkraut and hot dog meat? Is it from an experimental breed of pig that he chooses? Why does he choose that brand? Post it down below. Is it better? I just made a vlog today on my Vegetable Police channel using this Olympus EM1 III 12mm Tony 2, just handheld, no tripod. It's a bit tight, but man, was it light and easy. So let's test all three lenses outside, see what the ultimate vlogging focal length is for Micro Four Loser third users. I didn't leave yet. We switched to the 12mm Tony 2, just to see. Side by side with the 10mm Tony 2 is either sharper, just as a little studio test. So outside will be the Stabe test. Does he smell like he eats raccoon meat? I kind of suspected he did. Just by the look of him. You can tell by someone's face what kind of meat they eat. Unless they're vegan, then they glow in the night. Well. Okay, we're on the Laowa 7.5mm. Just to show you, yes, the warpy corners were a problem until you learned how to walk like you should have back in kindergarten, but you didn't. So if you're slow, I love this setup. You can do it handheld. I am on the tripod now, just to make things easier, but not bad. Vlogging lens, pretty light, decent dynamic range. I like that, until your dumpster ass wants to pick it up a notch. And then you'll see it in the trees, the ninjas coming for you. It's like warpy shit all over the place. And that's what made me almost throw out the whole system. But I was wrong to do that. Okay, now we're on the 10mm Tony 2. Oh, it's so light. This thing's on my radar now. I didn't realize it was so light. That is fantastic. So we're slowly walking here. Did the tone increase? Probably not. Why would it? It didn't upstairs. Same distance. Things are a little tighter now, but still plenty wide. You could sneak it on out there, but then you'd have to readjust. Here's with it thrown out there a little bit. The focusing feels better to me than the Laowa. It's a little easier to move, a little smoother. That one I think might have a longer focus throw. Wow. So, let's pick it up a notch. Is there any warpy shit if you want to vlog like this? This is how I used to go. I needed to be somewhere, and we went for it. Then I realized I couldn't, but what if we could? What if we could? Because I can walk like this on the 12 mil, kind of. 15 mil for sure. How many homeless people have peed there? 6? Now let's see what the Olympus EM1 II, someone stole it. I knew that was going to happen. Damn you dumpster hobo vloggers. We'll compare it to the Olympus with the 12 mil, side by side, see which is the better system. Very similar lenses. Manual focus only. That hurts. Are you seeing a difference? Is the difference obvious? Is one better somehow? Laowa Versa 12 mil, Tone 2. Very similar, but not quite. Olympus is on your left, Penny Boy on your left. Ah, shit, I had one chance at that. I was trying to hold the Olympus a little further away, but that wasn't really happening. So now they're kind of lined up. It is noticeable. Yeah, it's a bit wider, definitely. So it's a true 10 mil, in my opinion. Hopefully I'm in focus there. Of course we are over here. Olympus would never let you down. You let me down. Now one little side tangent with this. I've noticed the Olympus has some warpy corners with this lens. It shouldn't. At 24 mil quib, there shouldn't be anything warping, but it does. I notice it. It's not like super distracting, but it's kind of there. It's bullshit. I hate it. Whereas Penny Boy would never let you down like that. 10 mil, Tony 2. Not bad. One thing, this has electronic contact, so I didn't need to change the focal length manually. Every time I have to do it on the Laowa, it reminds you. I've messed that up so hard on other cameras that don't remind you. At least Panasonic lets you know you're a moron. So the Stabe should behave better than that, because it's like telling it exact. This is the focal length. Stabilize me like this, hold me just this way. And it does. So drink the image in one last time. We're gonna switch the 10 mil over to the Olympus to see the difference there. There's bound to be one. Same lens on a different camera. Wow, there's honking horns. Okay, we're gonna switch to the Olympus. Just get the Stabe in your mind. A wild walk. We'll start from the dumpster, of course. That's the starting line, the dumpster. Do a little walk. We're on the G9 right now. Hard walk. Then we'll see who has the better Stabe with the same lens. And color science, dynamic range, you've already witnessed it. Okay, Olympus EM1 III with the same Laowa 10 mil. I must say, the focus peaking was much easier to recognize that I was in focus. That was much better. Olympus just killed you, Panasonic. Wow. Did things get better, color science-wise? It's important. And how's the Stabe doing? Corners? Worse? We'll try digital. We'll try that digital Stabe. We don't have it on now. There's the plane. Come on, plane. They see you. This is what you want, a 10 mil for the planes. That's what I recommend. This might be the lightest vlogging setup. Maybe the G85 with that Leica 15 mil. That might have just edged this, but it feels very similar for likely much better performance, although you don't have autofocus now, but it was easy. Did I nail it? That would suck if I didn't nail it. Oh man. Here's what vlogging handheld without the tripod looks like. Just in your hand, that's so light. That is fantastic. I might have to buy this thing. If I don't return the empty box, of course. Not bad. Let's take a couple photographs. As we reach within the closest focusing distance, we remember that keeping our family close to our hearts is most important in these times. We stop the toniature down to maximize the tone in the background, and I'm pleased. The fall off of the light highlights were rolling towards me. In this shot, I captured a splinter of wood symbolizing the splinter of hope through the fence line as you break out of your prison within your mind. grass isn't always greener on the other side, nor is the concrete a different shade of gray. We of course kept the toniature at a 22 because I don't know how to stop down. I found a bottle on the ground and I managed to realize that somebody had lost it in this rocky tundra. Thanks to the 10mm focal length, I managed to capture the environment where the person lost the only item that could have saved them. I kept the toniature at its minimum to try to hide the environment from you, but I was clearly unsuccessful due to the micro four thirds loser size sensor. We stopped it down to 24 just to see if it would increase in sharpness. Usually they do. Did the background now. Not enough. It's not enough for you. There's no aperture ring anymore. The Laowa 7.5mm has it, so you gotta use a knob, you know what I mean? That's 5.6 in focus. You can't punch in while recording. That sucks. That's an Olympus fault, not Laowa's. Although Laowa had something to do with it, I'm sure. And now we got digital stab on. So it cropped in a little bit, quite noticeably so, but still very wide enough. And did that, I noticed it takes all the edge off. I never noticed we had a guardian of the universe here. Look at him. That's who stops the homeless people from peeing. Thank you, sir. Look at you. Look at him. Wow. Still smells like pee. It's not working. So this might be the best vlogging lens for the system now. It's pretty easy to manually focus. It's the lightest thing you can get. Slight amounts of tone, tiny amounts, but enough, probably, maybe, until I review the footage, we'll see. It's most likely sharp, because the Laowa was sharp. Well, no, you've seen it already. Not bad. Affiliate links down below. Oh, I am enjoying sending this in an empty box back to you, Laowa. That's probably the post office messed it up. I'm definitely sending the lens back. It's just if it shows up empty, that's someone messed up. I'm gonna go. Thank you for doing all this. Subscribe for more videos, Santa.